The conference was established 10 years ago. It's a 10th edition, and we are bringing 1,000 people from Europe and Israel together. The purpose is to create or develop the business activities between Israelis and Europeans. The way to do it is to create an interest, is to show to the European investment community Israeli technologies.
Israel and Europe are very close together, not only geographically, not only from the value sharing and enjoying our democracies, but also economically and technologically.
I see Israel, of course, as many others do, as a very business savvy and very business aggressive country that is very reaching out to the entire world, so it's very interesting to discover this. On the other hand, for my businesses, especially the ones that are working online as a domain registrar, domain registry, I see partnership opportunities out of Israel, as this is always an ongoing expanding business.
Europe is the first trading partner of Israel before the US, and also there was more money raised by Israeli companies through IPOs in Europe than in the US. Since 2005, we had 88 Israeli companies that went public on the European Stock Exchange, and altogether there were much less companies that went public on the US market.
We're talking about the economic crisis, of course. Is there still any money to invest?
Well, it seems like Israel has more money than many other areas, so definitely more than Europe right now. So that's quite interesting to follow and to see how they see the world and the problems of the world, because actually it looks like Israel has less of those than other parts of the world.
Many of the Europeans that come here are intrigued by the Israeli technology, the incubator program, the way that the startup nation has been built, and now so many investment is made in research and development in Israel as compared to Europe. Israel represents in venture capital what is invested in half of Europe together. So the success of the VC industry, the success of the technology companies that went public on the international markets, the fact that we have so many Israeli companies that attract buyers from all over the world makes Europeans come here to Israel, as they know that technology and innovation is a key success factor for the future growth of Europe.
What do you connect to in terms of the style of business in Israel?
Well, definitely the entrepreneur side of it. So it seems like that's actually part of your culture to be entrepreneur, and definitely that's something I really like, being myself an entrepreneur. So I feel very close to that.
This is what's important now, to continue the cooperation mainly on development, on research and development, innovation, and this is what it's all about. We buy more than $33 billion of European goods and services. This will continue. We will continue to seek investments in Europe as we invest in Europe, and I believe this will be for the benefit of the European economy, the Israeli economy, and also the global economy.